Okay, hold it.
So how do I record?
It's recording. Camera rolling. Girls, Tiger, come over here. Tiger, come over here. Come here. Right here. Focus on the girls. Girls, Leah's in front, remember. You're back there. You're coming in. Malia, come in. Run on this side of me. Adley, on this side of me.
How do I focus it?
Action.
How do I focus it?
You press this button. Right here. You gotta back up.
Mom, that's the time.
So I have a few videos on YouTube that I made before I ever actually started doing documentary shorts, and those videos are obviously terrible. But being terrible doesn't mean that they're entirely worthless. I think they're still worth something, especially as a signal of where I started. In the same way that the first documentary shorts look different than the ones that I am doing now. It's not even that the ones that I'm doing now are the final form of what they'll be, just that they are all different from each other. And even aside from the videos themselves being edited poorly or not really something great, there are individual shots in there that have worth. And I've spoken before about how the medium of film has something about it where pointing a camera and turning it on is so potent. Anything that comes into the camera has value. That's how powerful a camera is. Shooting something, anything, even if it's not shot with the same skill that I might have now, I think there's something valuable to it. So as I'm doing this, I'm trying to look at those past things that don't necessarily fit into the documentary short story or haven't yet fit into the documentary short story, and retroactively pull those things into it. I'm trying to look at what's been done and say, this didn't fit then, and it might not even fit now, but if I do some finagling, I can put the puzzle piece into place. I can shape the piece to fit into the puzzle. I'm the one creating the puzzle, so I can kind of do whatever I want with it. But it doesn't make it something easy. You don't want it to be something cheap. I have this image or this feeling in my head of this propulsive motion forward, this constant movement, this fluid feeling, and trying to project that onto footage that's already been shot. I don't know if the end result will ever actually come out to something. So as I'm recording this, I think that this itself is part of that picture, because as I've said before a lot, I've said before a lot, and I don't know if I've ever actually said it before. I think the rules of the documentary short is that it needs to start at the point in time in which that part of the narrative is happening. Like, you can't put something from 2023 into the 2019 section of the story. But if it starts in 2019 and then kind of spans a few years of time, it might fit into that place. So in this case, the voiceover itself that you're hearing right now is being spoken in January of 2024, and then that is what ties it to this point of the story. And then everything else is the footage is being recorded in the past, but it's tied to the present by the voiceover. Everything kind of is getting packaged now. It's like you're pulling wine off the shelf that has been aging for a certain amount of time, but it's being presented in the present. I think that's what I'm shooting for. I think the reason for that is this idea of concentration. You want to concentrate all of this lived experience that's been captured through a lens into a very small period of time. So in this case, you're not talking about a single day concentrated into 10 minutes. You're talking about the 3 or 4 years before 2020 being condensed into 5 minutes of time. So you're trying to give the breadth of that experience when you don't have that much footage from that time, when you only have these small, like incredibly small amounts of footage. Like that period of time is just, it feels like a black hole. What I'm talking about is taking what we do have and crafting that into something that's significant, some signifier, a symbol, image of that time.
It'd be cool on a motorcycle. I mean, it wouldn't be any less scary, but... Mom, we're gonna show you this scene from Rogue Nation when we get home. Get off a lot easier. What?
Where did the girls go? Oh.
How cool event though.
No, he's not gonna walk. He can't walk up there. Now it's fun.
I'm gonna wait for Bill.
That lady got 2 inches away from that thing. The RV you're talking about? Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the proxies to go, and now they're going, so I can kind of go back in and open it back up. I think I'll just be done.